So there can be questions about this, or you can tell someone from yourself, or if nobody comes up with something, there can also be silence. But of course, it's neither about silence nor about the talking. In that sense, it's about nothing. There isn't a goal here. There's nothing to achieve in this apparent meeting. And maybe as another information around this not achieving thing, so we are not trying to become anything, to become enlightened, to become free, to lose blocks, to open the heart. We're not trying to come here and now, or transcend the me, or lose a me, or destroy the ego. One could say what we do, well, we're coming to that, is we are. And in a way, we are is nothing that can be done, or has to be done. One could say we are is a description for what already happens. And if you say it slightly more clearly, apparently, it's not we are. One could say that all there is beingness, or isness, however you want to call it. And beingness is exactly this. Sitting and breathing and hearing and talking and the room and feeling like this and those thoughts and those room and those chairs and the floor. It's this. This is, one could say. But what also can be, apparently, is a sense of I am, a sense of separation, a sense of having an own separate life. And what's being said here, or what we will be talking about, is that this sense of I am, with all its apparent consequences, is illusory, it's not real. So the sense of being alive, of having an own separate life and having a future and a past and having friends and a job and duties and responsibility and all that stuff, that this isn't real. At least not in the sense that it is experienced. Because that is one, this is, one could say, what the sense of being I am is based on. It's an experience of reality. So within the experience, it's absolutely clear that I am something real and that everything else is separate and is also real. Everything, the whole thing, or everything that happens, is made out of separate parts, separate objects. It's a lot of separate objects. Me, the chair, other people, the room, the process of talking, it's a process of hearing. It's all separate parts. What also seems to be part of the setup of I am, of the energetic setup of I am alive, is an unfulfillment, is feeling unfulfilled, not it. And with it comes a search, or the seeking for that which may bring a sense of fullness or wholeness. All of this is part of the setup of I am. It's an energetic setup. I'm here and I'm experiencing something out there. That's all me has, experiences. And all it can do is looking for fulfillment within experiences, because that it's all it knows. Something, what does this give me? Where can I find peace in something else, outside or inside in the end? So, what we are talking about here is the end of that energetic setup, or the apparent possibility that this energetic setup dies or vanishes or explodes, or however you want to call it, or implodes. There's not a real word for it because it doesn't really happen. But, well. together with this end, or in this death, the whole experience of having a life and the whole experience of reality in the end just vanishes together with I am, because they go together. To experience oneself as someone means to live in the dream of reality. So when I am dies, the dream of separation and having a life and the dream of reality just vanishes with it. It's just gone. What remains is just this, sitting and looking at each other and breathing and thinking, and a room and a chair. And the amazing thing about it is if there is no one experiencing something, if this whole setup collapses, what is everything, and it's somehow enough. It's somehow okay. It's not an experience of okayness, but it's just, in the absoluteness one could say, it's just as it is, and this has an okayness in it. So no one will take steps this afternoon. No one will arrive somewhere. No one will lose something. Because this already, in a way, is all there is. There just isn't anything else. There's nothing to achieve. There's nothing to get here. Maybe one thing, what turns out in the end of me, one could say, in the last exhalation, in the last breathing out, becomes obvious that there isn't a me, that there is nothing alive, that there is nothing dying, that there never was anything like a separate entity called me. This is liberation, one could say. Because what dies with it is the experience of time, and with it dies the experience of before and after. From that point on, everything is just unknown and wild and free. And of course, as I said, as there is nothing dying, this point is illusory, because it ever was unknown and wild and free. And just like this is isness, this is wild, and this is free. And as I said, in its own way, right and full and complete. That end, the end of me, actually isn't right or wrong. It's just what apparently happens. It's not something that is, it's not an agenda. Oneness doesn't have the agenda to lose me, because there isn't a real me anyway. It's oneness itself. So it happens apparently without purpose. There is no precondition for this, there is no... As I said, nothing has an agenda about this.